What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. NBA free agency is upon us.
That's my baby. That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored. They did it.
Left, feet left.
What the hell was that? Oh, yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Folks, Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
And here we go. Welcome in, everybody. This is Monday Morning Quarterback, only on A2D Radio. Every Monday, we are brought to you by the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. We know many of us and our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. We are happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need help, please reach out to our guy, Rob Lubman, 856-651-8117. That's Ryan Brotto. I'm Tom Arnone. The family out there joining us. 'Tis the season. 20 minutes from now, NBA free agency begins. We're going to talk about everything around the NBA. We'll give reactions if things do go down while we're on the air. And we're obviously going to talk Sixers and not only free agency, but trades, because a lot of speculation's out there, not only about Ben Simmons, but now Tobias Harris rumors start to begin. And you wonder what direction Daryl Morey is trying to go here, because we've spoken about, I don't want picks again. I'm not in the business of picks. We'll talk more about like the Buddy Hield conversation that honestly doesn't make us better. Me and Ryan mentioned, been messaging back and forth about that today. It's just does it make us a contender? Are we better than we are now? I don't know. We got a lot to talk about tonight. So our poll question is going to be brought to you by bodycheckwellness.com. And you can use promo code A2D, get yourself 25% off at checkout. That's bodycheckwellness.com. Promo code A2D for 25% off at checkout. You've heard me talk about their products a lot. The clarity of focus, the energy and endurance. There's so many different products outside of just the CBD, oils, gummies, etc. So go check out their website. Use the promo code A2D, 25% off. It's done and done. Our poll question for tonight's show: the Sixers will end up trading Tobias Harris this offseason. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Like, subscribe, follow. You know the deal. Join the conversation tonight. And we had a couple other poll questions too that we'll get into as well. One regarding Ben and Tobias, and one regarding, everybody loves Kyle Lowry. I wouldn't have gave him that money 4 years ago, and I'm sure as hell don't really want to give it to him now. But I guess we could have Danny Green and Dwight Howard off our books, so that opens up 2 more slots, and you could get George Hill out of here. So you could open yourself up for some money. Now you still got to have guys sort of take a discount, thinking they can win somewhere. Well, if you trade Ben and Tobias, the other people think they can win here with just Joel Embiid. So, a lot of interesting things. This isn't the Lakers where you got Russ. I see Ralphie in the background, our Woj reporter. This isn't the Lakers where you have 3 stars essentially, and guys will take discounts to go play there to try to chase a ring, right? That's not where we're at right now. Even though we're the 1 seed in the East, I don't think the rest of the league looks like that unless you got a guy like Dame. But to the poll question, the Sixers will end up trading Tobias Harris this offseason. Agree or disagree? Join the conversation, family. Comment in. You know the deal. We try to get to everything, if not everything, if not most things, sorry. And we'll end up trading them this offseason. I don't know, man. This is so tough because a lot of it's just like speculation because people are bored. Right, in terms of the media gets bored and they start throwing names around. I feel like he's a Doc guy. I don't know how much pull Doc has in the room. I also feel like the way Doc's defended Ben that Ben is that guy. So, I don't know how much pull Doc Rivers has. What's up, everybody? I don't know how much pull he has. So, he fit well into his system. I don't want to say he disappeared like Ben in the postseason, but he wasn't good at finishing around the rim. The same issues in terms of physicality, finishing around the basket. Those things came up small again for a guy like Tobias Harris. But the move for Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes, does that make us better? Like, I just don't think that makes us better. I don't know. I know people are big Buddy Hield guys, and I get it. But the whole deal was to try to get Buddy Hield without giving up Ben or Tobias, right? That was the whole deal before. Could you do that? I just don't know what his value is out there either in terms of Tobias. We talked about we don't know what Ben's value is right now around the league. We know Daryl's obviously asking for, a shit ton in return for Ben, but what's Tobias's value? A guy who's been moved around a lot. Right? He's a great teammate, it seems like. He's a great guy, but what's his value? Because everybody watches the same basketball we watch. Could a bad team take him? Maybe. Maybe the team looking for a change, but then you're getting players back from a bad team. So how good are them guys to get you over the hump? Like, sometimes we want change just for the sake of change, and I'm totally get that one in terms of Ben, right? Tobias, the second we signed him, if you had a feel for basketball and just a feel for the NBA, you knew Tobias Harris was the third option if you wanted to cut nets down. You knew that. You knew that. So anybody that tried to jump him into that second tier of scorer that can be your Batman and Robin, right? I think you misjudged what Tobias Harris is. So the biggest problem comes back to Ben Simmons again. You hate to bring him up, but the problem comes back to him not developing because it makes the binoculars on Tobias, and it's not who he is. I always said if I thought he was the third option, this team can win a championship. He's not. He's not. He's your second, essentially. And I know people want to say like Seth and whatever. He's still your second option. Mm-hmm. Donovan, thanks for the super chat. It doesn't get better, but if we get money off the books. Yeah, but then if you're not better and you're worse, how do you entice guys to come here then? Right? I mean, yeah, it's a lot of money for Tobias Harris. I get it, guys. I just don't know what you get back that makes you better the day you make that trade. And if somebody has it out there, please let me know, because I find it hard to believe that other teams around the National Basketball Association, and 90% of them feel like they've already had Tobias Harris at one point in his career, are going to trade for him again. Because I feel like he's been on 7 teams. So we're really limiting the amount of places I feel like he can go. So I disagree with the poll, because I don't see the value out there unless you're trying to break this thing down and build it back up. And if you're trying to do that, I am not on board with that. I've been very clear about that. I'm not on board with breaking it down and building it back up. We've been through that. You don't have the time for drafts. Maxie's going to be a player, right? I like the kid I like the kid they drafted this year. I think it gives you more guard play, right? Which you need, which you desperately need. But I just don't see. I don't see how he's traded. I don't see what for. He's making too much goddamn money for another team to say, you know what, we'll strap up and take this contract. So I disagree. People out there, let us know, agree or disagree, that the Sixers will trade Tobias Harris this offseason.
It's so tough, Tom, because like we were texting back and forth earlier, and we obviously talked about like the Buddy Hield package. And like we talked about, okay, is it going to be Tobias Harris and George Hill for like Buddy Hield and Harrison Barnes? Is it Tobias Harris and like Isaiah Joe, because that's the other rumor that Isaiah Joe and or Shake Milton could get dealt today, either alone or involved in a package. Is it one of those two guys with Tobias and a pick for something? Is it just Tobias for Buddy Hield and Marvin Bagley? Whether or like taking my feelings about Buddy Hield and Marvin Bagley aside, or anybody that we may get for Tobias, to your point, and what we've constantly been talking about is there's more known if you keep Tobias with Embiid and then you just replace Simmons, because then it goes into what you and I have been saying for many, many months. It's that we're confident with Tobias being our quote unquote number 3. That's comfortable. If he needs to go up big, and be that number 2 guy in the regular season, cool. But we were in situations, especially in the playoffs, where he had to be that number 2, and he's just not that guy. So if you wanted to improve the secondary role player along with Joel and still having Tobias, I feel like we would have a better grasp of what this roster is, what this team is. But if you're trading Tobias or if you're trading both of them, well, then it opens up for everything. Then I have no idea what we're looking at. To your point, Tom, like we were talking earlier, is Darryl in the pick game to where he's just going to go picks, and then try and use those picks for another player? Or is he going to use it as a retooling year? Or is it just going to be role play? Like, I don't friggin' know, because we talked about it for months. I don't know what a Tobias Harris trade package looks like. I guess it's a Buddy Hield Marvin Bagley and a pick, maybe. Like I was saying earlier, and I'll ask you before I even get to the poll and the fan, what if it's something like Tobias Harris and like George Hill and a future pick for Rocco and McCollum? Like, does that make us better? I don't know. Like, I feel like that's pretty even, but even then I have questions.
Yeah, I feel like that one can make us better.
Just because of the differences of what they give you. Rocco could be more the 3-and-D guy, and then McCollum is that just flat-out scorer. So it's tough, but the way I'm looking at it now, and people were asking in the chat, like, oh, where are these Tobias things coming from? I have no friggin' idea. I don't know if Daryl's just gone rogue and he's locked himself in the office and he says, I'm going to just trade somebody, or he's getting calls from a lot of teams that are interested in Tobias, and now he's thinking, oh, well, maybe I can get something for him. I don't know if it's the fact that they've been trying to ship Ben out and they're not able to get a good return, so now they're seeing if they could fleece for Tobias. I don't know, but again, this could change tomorrow because this is the way free agency works. This is the way the offseason works. For argument's sake, I'll go agree. I'll say they do trade. You know what I'm saying? Because with all this stuff coming out that they're dead set on Buddy Hield, they're looking at Bagley, they're looking at shooters, they were trying to get Lowry. Does that make me think, going back to what you were originally saying, Tom, and what I wasn't a fan of, is that's you bring Ben back, you play him at the 4, and then you surround him with more shooters again? And then you just pray to God Ben's better? Is that the thought process?
Yeah, because they're not going to get the haul back that they want for him.
It's so it's tough. It's really tough because Tobias Harris is a really good player. And listen, I'm one of the guys that, to my fault, I get overly critical of Tobias even when I shouldn't be. I obsess over what he's doing and all that stuff. And for everyone saying, like, oh, we'll save money, you can call me crazy. I don't give a damn about the money. It's not my money. I care about the team being really good. And if it means us paying a little bit extra for Tobias while also having and knowing what our team is, I'll deal with paying him a max contract, even though, again, I understand he's not a max type player or anything close to that. But damn, the way you see the Tobias Harris thing coming out, and then you're looking at, okay, maybe Danny Green's not back. Dwight Howard looks like he's going to reunite with the Lakers. We're not getting what we want for Ben. I mean, could this entire roster be different next year, with exception to Seth Curry and Joel? Like, I feel like Daryl's gotten to the point where, like, everything's on the table. It's that if he feels like there could be a really good return that we can use, I feel like he's going to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I just think he's doing his due diligence.
I hope so.
Around the league. No, I don't know if you hope so, because I don't know if you know what I'm going to say. Like, I think he's doing his due diligence. I wouldn't be surprised if both guys are back. I've been clear about this, right? Like, if you don't get what you want, they're not just going to trade these guys. They were just the 1 seed in the East. They came up short. Nobody's running from that shit. But it's not like they were the 5 seed and they're like trending backwards, right? It's not like both of these guys are 35 years old and you're like, all right, you're on the downside of their career, right? So it's like, okay, how can I make this roster better? They already have. Just on draft night, I feel like they've made this roster a little bit better than it already was. They made it deeper. They have enough. They have guys coming back. I mean, if you can bring Danny back, I'm okay with letting Dwight walk and find a better deal. But I mean, I just wouldn't be surprised if both these guys are back because they just can't find the right partner that makes you better. I'll sit here and say I don't think Daryl makes a trade unless he truly believes this makes this basketball team better. And the only deal that's crossed my face that I can even wrap my head around making us better, because it does, is the Portland for Rocco and McCollum. That's it. That's it. Now, would Portland do that deal? I don't know. Maybe it's something different for them, because everybody wants something different. But that's the only deal that makes you better the second you make the deal. Hield and Bagley did not make you better.
No, I don't think so. And you know me, Tom. I'm a Buddy Hield and Bagley guy, but I just think there's more questions than answers with that. Like, potential wise, yeah, I mean, that could be a better fit. But like I said, Tobias Harris is a really good player. He's really good. He's improved dramatically on defense. And to answer your question, whether or not I think Portland would do that, Tobias and, George Hill, maybe a young player, maybe Isaiah Joe, maybe a future pick for those two players, I think they would, just because it gives them a different look than they have. You're splitting up the two guards. Tobias gives you, a bigger presence on defense, a bigger presence on offense also. And you're not depending on him to be a superstar for you, because you have Dame there.
Jared Barth, what's up, brother? I said Dragic to the Raptors, Lowry to the Heat. Precious Akua is believed to be in the deal as well. We sort of got speculation that was going to happen. I don't know. Gordon Dragic is a pretty good player, so it's not like yes, you can make the argument that Miami got better by this deal. They got tougher, but I don't know how much better they got, because Gordon's been hurt for them, and that's sort of been the big thing. So if you want to talk about like the injury side of it, sure. But I think Gordon's a really good point guard in this league that's very underrated, and it walks in the double digits. So did they get better? I don't know. I think that's a pretty even trade once that does go through. Jared's not going to put it in there if it's pretty much not close to being done, I would assume.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, Tom. Does the Lowry to Miami make them better on paper? Sure, yeah. But here's the question. It's that both Jimmy Butler, who Ralphie, I don't know if you want to pop on for this just to give details, but Ralphie was telling me right before we went on the air that Jimmy Butler is about to get like a lucrative contract extension. I don't know what that entails necessarily. If your core is Lowry and Jimmy Butler, that's it. They've been injured a lot the last couple of years. A lot. There's a lot of wear and tear on that. So, like, it obviously helps you this year, but does I don't know if that's something that looks good 2 years from now. Ralphie?
No. All right, so two things real quick. Spencer Dinwiddie is meeting with the Wizards to open it up, and the Celtics. And the Lakers are reportedly looking to bring back Danny Green as well to start off. So that's what I got so far. And it also, Kyle Lowry to the Heat looks like to be a done deal as well. I don't know if it's going to be a straight up signing or signing trade. So,
well, real quick, Ralphie, what was the whole thing on the Jimmy Butler contract extension that you were reading me?
They just said it was going to be one of those big contracts, a lucrative contract, but that was basically it. They didn't give any more details. And
Danny Green is a free agent, so it's not like we wouldn't even get anything back in that. So he's just going to go. No. He's just going to go.
Yeah.
How the hell do you guys have money for that?
It's fucking bullshit.
I'm being honest, I have no idea.
Unless he's taking a dramatic pay cut, because the analytics people were suggesting just because he ranked really high on it, he could command up to $20 million this year. So how the hell are you affording that?
According to Jordan Schultz, the signing deal is in place for Lowry to go to the Heat. It's Goran Dragic is going to the Raptors, Kyle Lowry to the Heat, and Precious Achiuwa, who the Heat drafted, I think, 2 years ago, is also going to the Raptors.
That's it?
Yeah. So far, yeah.
So it's 2 for 1. No picks involved right now?
No, nothing.
All right, Ralphie. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's like a whatever deal. I mean, I guess it makes Miami a little bit better.
Now, I guess their next plan is they're going to see if they can bring in DeRozan, because I know they're trying to reunite those two in Miami.
You want to reunite something that doesn't work? That's fun.
Yeah, like maybe I'm being very naive, but DeRozan, Lowry, Butler, Bam doesn't scream wow to me. It doesn't scream, "Oh, I'm scared to death." Is it efficient? Sure. Is it better? Yeah, but
better. Yeah. It's better. I just don't like. I mean, I guess I wouldn't be mad about having those 4 guys.
No. Like they're better today than they were. It just that doesn't scream 1 seed to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean we've seen the 1 seed deal in the East, so I mean it really should just scream finals contender or not. That's all. That's how you got to base it all off of.
What's your thoughts on Danny not being back, Tom? I mean, that's something where we kind of assumed that Danny would be brought back unless he's asking anything crazy. So what's your thoughts on him no longer being, if that's true, him no longer being on the table?
Well, one, I think it speaks volumes about your point guard. If he's taking less money to go back to LA, and Danny's won championships, but if he will take less money to go back there than he could get here or elsewhere, it makes me question how he feels about that guy.
Yeah.
Same with Dwight.
Now we're sitting back saying, okay, we're going to have to fill that role, whether that's elevating Thibault to a starting 3 or signing somebody.
Well, I mean, it opens up money for you. I mean, you can get better. I know somebody was talking about Terrence Ross. I would really like a Terrence Ross somehow. I don't know. I don't know what this team going to look like come the end of October. I just don't know. Like you could tell me a million different ways this roster could look, and it could look very similar.
Daniel Shryock says, "Hey guys, so you wouldn't trade Tobias for the Sacramento package? I would be tempted. Age and value of the player with Buddy are similar. Buddy is cheaper also." I just don't know if that makes us better. Matchup wise, along with Ben, to surround him with Seth Curry and Buddy Hield, yes. That makes sense, okay? But you're losing some defense, you're losing some size. And I'm a Buddy Hield guy. But that just doesn't scream wow to me.
All right, here we go. First signing, Lonzo's going to the Chicago Bulls for $85 million, 4-year deal, 85.
Okay, wow, so they just got better. Yep. They just really got better.
Levine is not going anywhere now.
Oh, he shouldn't. Yeah, I mean, now he's going to run the 2, which I think he's more fitted for. To be honest with you, I don't think he's a true 1. Thanks, Ralphie.
Thanks, Ralph. Woj.
I don't think he's a true 1. But great signing for Chicago. I mean, it makes the East deeper. For
and
sure.
I know Ralphie was saying that they were in talks with the Hornets, I believe, to do a sign and trade involving Lowry Markkanen also. But no, I mean, your 3 core players right now, it's Vucevic, Levine, and Ball. It's really good. Levine and Ball, that's going to be really good. A 1-2 punch right there. So again, that's another East team that got better today.
Yeah, Young Das is right. They could match it, right?
Well, Ralphie, I guess that means if that's happening, they were not able to match it.
Yeah. Pelicans can match it whenever they want, but they've also said that they wouldn't match any contract that Lonzo takes.
Which I don't understand.
Which is why they were really big on Kyle Lowry, but since he's going to the Heat, it doesn't matter anymore.
You watch. They're gonna get Kemba Walker now. Because now they're looking for a guard.
Yeah, and Will Barton just re-signed with the Nuggets, 2 years, $32 million for Will Barton.
And then you got 4 years, $72 million for Tim Hardaway Jr. right now.
To where?
Dallas re-signing. But see, does that handcuff them with trying to get that second start? Because Hardaway's not that.
No, unless they're thinking he's like their 3, right?
Yeah. I mean, Tim Hardaway as a 3 is a really good punch. Like, I view him kind of like I do Tobias, as far as like, okay, in a championship team, Hardaway and Tobias are both perfect number 3 options. Tori says, what do you think of Utah fans wanting Tobias? Maybe you would take Ingles and Bogdanovich for him. I don't want Bogdanovich. I do not want him. I'll take Ingles, yes. But Ingles for Tobias is not enough for me.
They're saying Utah really wants Tobias?
Yeah, they've been going after him since he was an impending free agent when we gave him that big contract.
What else do they have?
Yeah, Tim Hardaway, obviously, like the comments were saying, 4 years, $72 million with the Mavs.
Thank you, sir.
So he stayed.
Yeah, Don. 100 people watching over on YouTube. Hit that like, family. Hit that subscribe. Fuck with an algorithm. Get more people in here. Let's go. It has started, and it started in waves. Robert Boban has re-signed with Dallas. Mike Conley, Frank Vespi chiming in, re-signs with the Jazz.
Jesus.
So, like we talked about, we weren't sure how this was going to age, right? Because we talked about it earlier. Like, shit, there might be nothing happening day one.
It might be like the draft, Tom, where we were expecting shockwaves.
Or you got this and everything. Everything's in places. So, good start to it. Where do we fit into this? We're on these lower level moves. But very interesting that you could go in the next year with no Danny and no Dwight. I'm fine with no Dwight. I think not having Danny Green hurts this basketball team, depending on what they replace it with. I know somebody said Isaiah Joe is better than Danny Green. Just stop. Please stop. And I love Matisse, and I have no problem with Matisse starting, but he can't shoot enough. And if you're going to have Matisse and Ben, like if you have to bring Ben back and you're going to play Matisse and Ben at the same time, you're literally playing 3-on-5. Now, did he get better this year than he was as a rookie? Yes. Is there a chance that Matisse will continue to grow? Sure. 3-year deal. Wow. I mean, fuck you, Miami. That's dumb. You guys are dumb. You're going to be paying guys that are 38 years old. So
lucrative contract of friggin' Jimmy Butler, who's 32, 33? Lowry, who's 35. Damn. Again, they're win now mode, but I mean, that might not age well.
Yeah, young Das. People are fucking flying off the board. See, Nancy, I don't know. It's not like, okay, let me just see something. About Marvin Bagley, okay? While we're sitting here, we're chatting it up together.
While you're searching for that, Tom, here's my selling point on Bagley. Okay,
let's fucking start. You, Mr. Sacramento, aren't allowed. I mean, I feel like I should let you live on the West Coast for 6 months out of the year.
Please send me out there, please.
Come on back.
There's some golf courses I want to check out over there, please.
Who's the guy that was on when it was Comcast Sportsnet here in Philly, and now he's actually covers the Kings out there.
Danny Palmels.
Yeah, Danny Palmels. Be Danny. You and Danny team up.
I love
only if they're good. You won't love to right now.
No.
Let's see. So this past year, he played 43 games, 25 minutes a night. I mean, I liked Marvin out of college, and even though he's a Dookie, he's
Greg,
still
go golfing or something. Greg, go golfing. Okay.
Still really young.
He fits perfectly for a backup 5/stretch 4 off the bench.
You're bringing him off the bench. I mean, he's 22 years old too. He's still.
We are not here on this planet.
This is really playing
to
right
close
now.
our eyes.
God, Marvin.
That's gonna do this
We're
to me.
here to go out and experience its many wonders.
Because
Not sure why that came in.
Is that like a tour? Is that like a commercial for? Sound like a Disney commercial.
I know, Greg. I know. This is where we're at with Marvin Bagley again.
So Shams just broke this. Jimmy is expecting to agree to a maximum contract extension with the Heat when the new year league begins on the 6th of August. So they don't know what the years are and what the money's for.
How old is he again, Ralph? The exact age?
I think he's 33. Jimmy is 32.
We're from 184.
31. 31. Jimmy is
84. Oh my God.
Paying him though he's 36 years old. That money.
Jesus, Pat Riley. I mean, what he's acting like Jerry Jones right now. Damn. Also, Ralphie, can you confirm what Jared Barth's saying that Korkmaz went to the Cavs?
I'll look it up. Give me 2 seconds.
So I'll get the pom-poms ready.
He hasn't. He's been hammering the first one in on everything. Jared has. So
he's fine.
I mean, I don't love that he's gone because he was so cheap, but you're also not going to match whatever he's getting. Yeah, Greg, they're playing together to their 80.
Yep.
Lowry and Butler. I mean, they're tough. I'm not going to take anything away from them. They're definitely tough. We're still better, even as we are right now. We're still better than them. But Bam makes that. I don't know. Bam makes them good too. I mean, they're good. They're gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm.
The East isn't easy. It's not easy.
Ralph.
Keeps
No,
jumping in
nothing
and
yet.
out.
My bad. I hit the wrong button.
Go ahead. What do you got? Jesus Christ. Nothing, Ralph? You're going there? Okay.
Everybody's saying he's gone, so
Okay.
I assume Korkmaz is no longer here.
4 years, $84 million per Shams. Yeah, Cork to Cavs. Yep.
Wait, what happened? How much?
4 years, 184.
So the it looks like a signing trade for Lonzo to the Pelicans.
Can I guess?
Yeah,
Ralph?
go ahead.
It's probably Thaddeus.
No.
Saturansky?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's Satoransky, Garrett Temple, and a second-round pick to New Orleans.
Saturansky's okay. Temple's okay. So that's going to the Pelicans.
Correct. Yep.
Oh, boy.
Corky. Okay.
Corky to Cleveland.
And how much was Corky's deal?
Ralph, do you have anything on that?
No, not yet.
Greg's now a Cavs fan. Robert's saying he's still here. So, John wants to know how much cap space we have.
Ralphie, can you check that in the back end, please? How much cap space the Sixers have?
Pelicans got fleeced. I don't know if they got fleeced. I mean, they weren't bringing them back. I mean, they should have, but that's the direction they want to go. So, I don't know.
You're
I don't know.
58 million over the books.
8 million over?
No, 58.
Oh, 58 million over the cap?
Yeah. Yep. Cap max space right now is negative 58 or over 58.
Who, Sixers?
Correct. Yep.
So who do they have on their books?
Your cap holds right now, Danny Green is on the cap hold, but you're clear the 19 million off of him, and then Mike Scott has 9 million for a cap hold.
They're still up.
Yeah, so who else? Who the hell else?
Obviously Harris is making 35, Ben's making 33, and then Embiid's making 31. That's your top guys. So once you clear the cap holds, that's when the caps obviously the cap space goes down.
Trying to get George out of here. That's at 10.
Nerlens Noel's going back to the next 3 years, 32 million.
So is Alec Burks.
Correct.
Years 30.
Yep.
Jesus.
Wow. I mean, I don't know how we sign anybody. How do we do anything?
I mean, I know we have that veterans exception that's 9.5, but makes sense that we haven't been involved with any talks.
Yeah, I don't know what they're planning on doing. I would like a Patty Mills, John. Is Patty Mills a free agent? John Gotti says.
Mm-hmm.
I do like me some Patty Mills. Now, I mean, we do have. I guess we have one guard if you want to count Maxey. I'm not going to count the puppy yet in year one. Jared says my source is faster than Ralph.
What do you got, Ralph? What do you got?
Jared Allen, back to the Cavs, 5 years, 100 million.
Whoa! Oh!
For Jared Allen, yep.
Oh! I mean, I like some Jared Allen, but damn.
Oh my God, Red Sand, you're right. I mean, these guys are just getting paid for nothing.
20 million a year. Jared Allen, 20 million a year. Oh my God.
You know what? I'm starting to think we have to just, you know what? The more I'm watching things happen, the more, we do need to clear some money. And I don't know how they do it, but I'm down for whatever move they want to do at this point.
You're officially open for business, Tom?
I'm in. Because I'm watching people around us get better, and I don't know if we're going to get better.
Oh, it's tough because again, it's. Oh, Don's right. He says, "Tom, Jesus Christ, have Cass play basketball right now."
I mean, it's got to be able to shoot it. Well, like 6'4", stroke it. That'd be great. Great.
It's tough because right now you have a bunch of guys making money, you flip Tobias for a couple guys that are making less, or then it's more cap savvy because then you're making two guys making less. That's why I keep talking about that Ben Simmons for the LeVert and Brogdon. Because instead of making one guy have max money, you have two guys that are making $17 million and $21 million.
Mm-hmm.
So that's two positions for you, giving you two different things.
Yeah, I guess I'm not against it.
That's my fear, though, Tom, is that everybody else is going to make moves, and then we're sitting back like the Phillies, like, oh, we got Reggie Bullock.
Yeah, with no cap space, you're right, Pop. It does. You would expect the young guys have to play. Matt says some of these deals make Ben look cheap. Yeah, I mean Jared Allen getting that much money. So okay, so Matt says, I mean these are two deals, right? Tell me if it makes us better. Does Brogdon, LeVert, Hield, and Bagley make us better over Ben and Tobias?
See, now you're speaking my language. See, now we're talking here. So that means the roster would be Brogdon, Curry, LeVert, Hield, Bagley, Embiid, Maxey, Matisse. That's about it as far as the notable guys, right? I'm not talking about B-Ball Paul, Isaiah Joe. I'm not talking about any of those. So the starting five would probably be Brogdon, Curry, Hield. No, I'd probably be Hield at the two. Curry might come off the bench. I'm just talking about size. That's small. LeVert at the three. Bagley at the four. Joe at the five. That's young.
Oh my God, Kelly Olynyk got that much money.
Yeah, 3 for 37 with the Pistons.
Oh my God. Wow.
Well, Ralphie, now we know why they got rid of Plumlee.
And you know what? They signed up more big men, just like what they did last year.
Ralphie, we were talking last week. It's like, oh, they're clearing money for somebody. I didn't think it was going to be Olynyk.
Yep.
Jesus.
So 3 for 37.
I feel like executives don't watch teams play basketball. You know what I mean?
I feel like they just watched when he got hot in Houston without realizing, oh, wait, somebody has to score for Houston. Tom, to answer your question, I don't know if that's better. It's deep.
Yeah.
It's deep. It's smaller, though.
Yeah.
Got a lot of guards that can't play defense. Like, Brogdon can play defense. Curry really can't. LeVert can. Hield doesn't. Like, he just doesn't play defense. Bagley can, but again, is he going to stay healthy? I don't know, Tom. I feel like you can't. I feel like you can't make both of those moves. I feel like it has to be one or the other.
I think you can make both of them because does it make it? It makes you deeper, and it probably ups your scoring. I mean, dude, you're running bench guys who can drop 20. I mean, it definitely makes you deeper.
Yeah, because then you have Maxey, Matisse.
Remember, this is all surrounded still having Joel Embiid too.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not asking for any of these guys to be your stars. You're asking, hey, can I have a bunch of Robins on this team? Right? Can I have a bunch of Robins? And that to me, if they're healthy, is a bunch of Robins. It lets like Buddy Hield be like a third option. You know, I think if Buddy Hield is your third option, I think you got a good basketball team. Okay, I'll continue to say this, or even a fourth option, right? Because you could make a case that Brogdon and LeVert could be options 2 and 3. Buddy could be almost like a fourth, and Seth comes off your bench. I mean, you're deeper. Does that make you better? I don't know, right? I don't know.
I wouldn't be mad at it, Tom. I wouldn't be mad at it. People, I'm sure. Oh, Ralphie, go ahead.
TJ McConnell, fan favorite here in Philly, is going back to Indiana.
That's their guard. They were looking at Devontae Graham.
Yep.
They were looking at Lonzo. So they just say, okay, TJ is going to be that guy. How much? Any big time money, Ralphie, or we don't know yet?
Don't know yet.
Okay, probably 2 years, 10. If I had to guess.
Yeah. Young Das. No, I do not want Harrison Barnes in the deal for anybody. Yeah, Patrick. We know that he got Lowry. Yeah, Pers. I mean, a healthy Bagley. makes that deal great. I still am going to hold on to I really like the McCollum and Rocco, and I'm not a Rocco guy, right? But I almost like that deal that makes us deeper, right? I think that deal just alone for Tobias and George Hill makes you deeper. And you say, well, Tom, why would they do that? Well, they get a backup point guard in George Hill, and they get somebody that plays better defense to go alongside of Dame. I don't know why anybody would do that for the money Tobias is making, but if maybe you can convince a Portland into something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, again, borderline all-star, plays really good defense. They're looking to get bigger. He supplies defense again, and you don't have to
fucking sell this guy. I mean, listen to us. I mean, we're trying to sell him.
I can't, Tom. Like I said, I can't believe it. I don't know. Like I can't. When I saw the Tobias Harris thing, I said, "There's no friggin' way." Not that he's untouchable. Like no. After seeing what he does in the playoffs, no.
You're 72 for Mike Conley. Jesus.
I don't understand what's happening. What's happening with the cap? Is the cap getting raised again?
I don't know.
Like, is everyone's cap getting raised but ours?
Yeah, sure. Alec Burks only got $10 million a year, though, so that's not that egregious, right?
No, Alec Burks is a really good player. Really good player.
Okay, so here's what Jared said. Jared has been spot on this whole time. Apparently, Woj said on ESPN this afternoon that the Sixers are planning to wait and see how free agency plays out for other teams in order to see if it changes how much other teams are willing to give up for Ben Simmons. Hopefully waiting isn't true. Not a good idea. It's your only idea though, Jared, because he's tried to trade him. He's tried. He's not getting back what he wants. I mean, Minnesota said anybody but Towns, freaking Edwards and Russell you can have. We'll take them. What? You know what I mean? Like teams aren't even willing to give you any of their best players for him. I mean, I don't know, dude. I think his market is washed, and your only option is either to settle for fucking picks or just bring him back and make his ass decide when he wants to change, because you don't have another option. And I'm not, as much as I fucking can't stand Ben Simmons right now, I am not giving him away for unprotected picks where he's going to go somewhere and that team's going to be a good regular season team and those picks will never add up for me. That's what would happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened, because wherever he goes is going to be a good regular season team.
I almost have to start looking, not like what the Heat are doing and they're giving like 50-year-old players 5-year contracts, but they're like in win now mode. We need to be acting like that. Like I get it, Joel Embiid's 27, 28. I get it, Ben Simmons is 24, 25. But it's like, okay, you got to look to help your big man today. Today. No picks. And I get it. Oh, Ryan, the picks could be moved at a later date for Damian Lillard. I'm not chancing that. I'm not going to do I'm just going to sell Ben for picks today, then cross my fingers that Damian Lillard becomes available in a month. Because what happens if he stays?
Young Dots is right. You can only do this trade one time. Obviously, you have to get it right. Also, while we have a little breather here for a second, talk about A2D memberships. The link is pinned at the top of the YouTube chat. You can go click in there, win some money. You get gambling. You get picks from Money Pot Podcast, Daily Fantasy from Willie Vegas, as well as A2D discounted merch. You also get in the jersey giveaways every week. So many things you get just for $9.99 a month. And honestly, from all our members tell you, you come in the chat, all our members are going to say the same thing. Do it. They're winning money. Why not you? You're paying for your membership plus some. So take advantage of it. Is Nate going to be perfect every time? No, he's not going to tell you he's going to be perfect every time. But he knows how to gamble. He knows how to win money. You trust the man. And Willie Vegas, as much as I like to break his balls, he's good at daily fantasy. He's good at daily fantasy. So both guys are right there, is worth the $9.99 a month. And then we're going to add in extra jerseys, 20% off A2D gear, 20% off all your team hats at all campus. We got you covered, baby. We got you covered in everything for just becoming a member where you're saving that money. So go do it. The link's right at the top in the comment section. I'm trying to ring the bell tonight. I'm trying to ring the fucking bell. Somebody go do it. Somebody be a damn hero today. All our members are telling you. Young Das, right? Don, Johnny. Yes, Jonathan, we know Chicago got Lonzo. We talked about it a few minutes ago. San started Maxey as your point guard. Agreed. One more thing I got to read off, though, and we'll continue breaking everything down for the people, is you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Go use that promo code. 20% off, free shipping, code A2D, manscaped.com. Head to toe, you're covered, baby. You ain't going to smell better than you're going to smell, right? Get a little ball deodorant on yourself. Tell me you don't walk around feeling a little bit better, all right? Just tell me that. Come back to me. Let me know.
So I just did. Ooh, what is this, Jared? Oh, Jared got more for us.
Jared's on fire right now. Well done. The NBA has set a salary cap for 2021 season, effective August. Free agency, so $112 million a team, cap 136, tax line, cap tax. This is all too deep for me.
A lot of numbers.
A lot of numbers. I'm not a numbers guy. So, yes, it looks like it's going up.
Ooh. In other news, Nasty says Sixers just announced the Summer League roster and Maxi's on it. I love that because everyone was saying, oh, well, Maxi has nothing to prove. He wants to friggin' play. He wants to play.
He wants to get better.
Yes.
He wants to get better. Yes, DB, we know Lowry to the Heat for 3 years in that sign and trade. Everybody's saying, come out of the Heat. Welcome, everybody. Some people are late to the party. No worries. No worries. We're glad you guys got in here. Stan, yes. Start Maxi. I start Maxi, period. I told you what I do. If Ben Simmons is back here, he's playing the 4. If Tobias Harris is back here, he's playing the 3. I don't care what anybody fucking says. Because Tyrese Maxey is starting for me. Let me bring my other puppy off the bench. You know what I mean? Let me bring my other guy off the bench because I think he can play too.
So do you think Portland would do this, guys? It is so the Trailblazers would get George Hill and Tobias. We would get McCollum and Covington. George Hill becomes that veteran backup guard to replace McCollum.
Yeah, I don't think he replaces anybody, but yeah.
No, but maybe they do. Maybe hopefully they see him in the playoffs.
Hopefully not.
And who knows? We might not have to put him in there. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to throw in Shake Milton in there, go ahead.
I don't like to puff chest about Tyrese Maxey, but if you go back to last year's draft, I don't know if there was a happier person in the country that we got Tyrese Maxey where we got him. Like I don't know if there was. I just don't know if there was. And I'm on plenty of shit. But
I have it on the video. When we play it, I have your reaction on video in the back end.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, okay. It was in our intro. It's shortened, but still.
We got it. Tyrese Maxey's the pick. Let's go. That's a real good playmaker. I think I said playmaker. Really good pick.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I know I said was that he's a lottery pick if there's any type of March Madness, which there wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think that getting him in year 2 makes you better, right? Because he's going to grow as a player. Springer can play too. So I have no problem Springer getting almost Maxey minutes like Maxey did last year. He would still draft Young Das. I mean, honestly, you could argue that he was top 5 pick. You could argue that. You could argue his teammate Emmanuel Quickly should be right in that conversation too. Emmanuel Quickly is better than Obi Toppin. Are we fucking okay? Emmanuel Quickly and Tyrese Maxey are both better than Obi Toppin, and the Knicks got Obi Toppin before they got Quickly. Because Kentucky got fucked with no March Madness. Because both of them kids guard play in March Madness shines, right? And them two would have shined. Honestly, I can make a case that Tyrese Maxey is better than Jalen Suggs, who was drafted 4th overall this year. I can make a case, right? But the tournament and having a tournament rises Jalen Suggs' stock up. Jalen Suggs is a really good player. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying better. Springer brings you a different type of guard, which I like because you have a combo with it, where he's really good defensively. He's good at getting to the rim. He's young. Dude, I like him too. And I know I'm not all like, oh, he's Pomsy. Very good defender, but not just a good defender. He's not a Matisse Thybulle coming out of college. He's a scorer. Let's remember this. Matisse Thybulle coming out of college was a one-dimensional, really good defender. I think he averaged like 8 to 10 a game in his senior fucking year. I got to go look at it. But tell me,
he was a specialist. That's all he was. He was a
specialist. He's a good player. This kid can score. Springer can run your offense and score. So there's no debating that. You got 2 really good young point guards moving forward, right? And I believe both are such hard workers. There's a common theme here, right? To the Sixers drafting and Elton Brand and Dower Moore. Let's give credit to these guys. There's a theme. There's a theme with these picks. And these picks are all guys in the first round, later picks, that are all fucking workout junkies, right? And workout junkies, when you have talent, you're going to get better.
You're probably gonna get. I saw that, Robert.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Springer and Summer League too. Obviously, Yeah, and funny, Ethan, IMG Academy is right around the fucking block from where I'm at right now. Ralphie?
Cameron Payne back with the Phoenix Suns, 3 years, $19 million.
Good deal for the Suns. Good for that.
Yeah, they thought they were going to have to give him like $12 million a year, so that's good.
According to Chris Haynes, 3 years, $19 million for Cameron Payne.
Yeah, it's a great deal. I mean, the Suns needed him back. I really think he was a glue guy, a young guy off their bench. So I think it's great. Reds, I would assume Matisse is not on the Summer League roster.
No, because he's got Olympics. He's got the Olympics.
Yeah, Sanders said the same thing. Basie's going to back up Embiid. Honestly, Don. I mean, that's who it's going to or
Bassey.
Or Basie, whatever the fuck his name is. I think that's your backup, but he's had health concerns in his career. So, but that looks like to be your backup. But I'm sure they're going to listen. I'm sure they're going to find a veteran center to come in here and give you backup minutes. You got too many smart guys from the coaching staff on up that I can't believe that this roster in some fashion isn't going to be upgraded. Remember, in a month and a half, Daryl Morey was able to get us Seth Curry, Danny Green, and Dwight Howard, which were all three good additions. I can do without Dwight, ever seeing Dwight again. But the other two, I really need back on my basketball team. The one is, the other one, I got to figure out a way to get him back because there's not going to be a lot out there that's going to make you better like Danny Green can make you better. There's not. And the fact that Jaron Allen and all these guys are getting $100 million deals scares the fuck out of me.
True. You're probably going to get mad at me for saying this, Tom, going back to the Springer thing. I don't even know if he ever plays for us. He could be somebody that gets shipped in a deal.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, absolutely could be.
He could end up going in a Tobias deal. He can easily go in a Simmons deal. Because I say that because it's the 18-year-old.
There's nothing for me to be upset about real quick. There's nothing for me upset about if it's the right deal.
Oh, no, I just said that because it's another trade. It's another putting a young guy in a trade. You know what I'm saying?
I just think that if you keep him, you're okay too. Like I think you got a good backup core. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
No, I just think at the end of the day, it's the 18-year-old high upside, just the way he's being marketed, right? And also, it's like, okay, if you wanted more of a nail guy, you take Butler there. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the lights out shooting thing, he's a little bit more pro ready today. But who knows? Maybe James Springer's could be a quicker pace guy. Maybe he's going to be more of an impact guy year one. I'm not sure. But to your point, though, Tom, everyone panicking about backup center. There's a million veterans out there. A million. I'm not saying that there's a ton that are good, but even if it's okay, you're going to bring in a veteran that could also spell with Bassey. I know B-Ball Paul can play, the stretch 4 or 5 type things. There's options. What is Don saying? Ryan, I think the Nets could package Cam Thomas and another player for a veteran. I mean, they could. Or they just got Cam Thomas because they want to treat him like another friggin' Joe Harris, and he's just a lights out shooter.
Yeah, it could. Street Shark. We talked about this to start the show. And that's my thing. I don't know what people think the value of Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons are. I mean, you're getting feedback that the value isn't great around the league. But then I say that and I watch Jared Allen get $100 million, right? So I say that and I watch other guys get way too much money that shouldn't. So I don't know. I don't know what their value is. But the days of me thinking we were getting Dame or Beal feel like they're years ago. And I only said like 2 weeks ago. And now I just don't feel like the value for either of these guys. I'm telling you guys what's going to fucking happen. And because they're not going to trade these guys for picks straight up. So you're either going to get a splash or these guys are back. And how are you going to sell it to the fan base that Ben Simmons is back? I don't know. I don't have to be the marketing genius on that one. But that's how it's going to happen, guys.
Would you guys do a Wiggins for Tobias?
No.
Okay, neither would I.
Give me something else. Give me something else in there.
Like Pascal, Eric Pascal.
Or even fucking Kelly Oubre, who I hate. But, but I'm just understand what I'm saying to you.
No, I hear you're saying. I know what you're saying.
You got to give me something back outside just Andrew Wiggins. I think Andrew Wiggins doesn't make me better. Yeah, Prism, what is going on? I mean, I'm yelling at people to hit the fucking like button. You know what I mean? And nobody wants to do it. I mean, what are you guys doing over on YouTube? Right? And I told you all to become an A2D member because you're going to win money. And you think that'd be common sense for everybody. All right, the link's right at the top of the chat. Go click on it, $9.99 a month, and you're winning fucking money. So let's go, people. TJ got paid four for 35.
I can't. I mean, am I going to get paid $2 million for sitting here? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's a lot of money. I mean, but that's still, that's not crazy, I guess, amount of money, but that's still a good chunk. Still a good chunk.
Let me go to the good old calculator. Let me see. 35 divided by 4. No, it's not ridiculous. 8.75. Sorry, anytime I see 35 mil next to TJ McConnell's name, I got to question some things.
Can you guys hit the fucking subscribe too while you're at hitting the like? I mean, start with hitting the like. I mean, we'd love to get you to, start small, work your way up, everybody. Okay, 121 people watching. or 126 now. Come on, them subscribers should be flying the fuck up. Likes should be flying up. We should be over 100 likes. Easy. Make it happen. Be great today. Fuck with an algorithm and be great today and go win some money for your goddamn family because you can write the link right up top. Become an HUD member. Money Pop Podcast got you covered in picks. Willie Vegas got you covered in daily fantasy. And then you get tons of shit. Fucking, we're sending jerseys out once a week to the members. We're doing it all.
4 year, $86 for Ron. Is that my contract? 4 years, $86.
Yeah, Reggie Bulk about to get paid. You're right, Mr. Lynch.
Hopefully it's not by us. So who do we have left?
Troy, we're not winning shit if we run it back, but we could. We were still the 1 seed.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Let me click on my mouse here. I don't know why my mouse gets funny. Why is my mouse not fucking clicking? I'm not on anything. I'm not on anything. I'm on the table. Now I want to click. What goes on with this one? What goes on? I wanted to do a drum roll. Tonight. That's all I wanted to do. And we got another one and let the roll happen. Billy, my brother, welcome. Not only as part of the HUD family, but now an HUD member. Makes you even bigger. And jump in. Water's warm over there. Nate's got you guys covered on picks every weekend. And like I said, Willie Vegas gives you daily fantasy advice too on the weekend. So everybody's saying they're winning money. So I take the family for their word. Look at John saying drum roll. Nasty, welcome, Billy. Young Das, hey, Billy. Rome, still waiting for you, Rome. False advertising, Don.
Uh-oh.
So 2 things real quick. Update on Ben Simmons. According to David Aldridge, Sixers are still seeking at least 4 future first-round picks in any deal for Ben Simmons. And then the Pacers are working hard right now to trade to find a trade partner for Jeremy Lamb to get the money off of those books as well for Indiana.
Ralphie, how many picks did you just say?
4 first-rounders.
Ralphie, you know my thoughts on that? Ralphie, you want to hear my thoughts on that? It's this. Okay. All right. Daryl, have another, please. Enough. Now you've locked yourself in the office. Now you've gone rogue. Okay? You're burning the friggin' thing to the ground. This isn't funny, Daryl. This isn't freaking funny anymore. Damn it.
I just don't know if he's feeling the room everywhere.
I get it. So high. Don't get fleeced. But can we not pull with Danny Ainge?
I feel the same way. I feel like these reports are all horse shit. I really, truly do. No matter who's reporting it, Woj, David Aldridge, Shams, the fucking guy, Dummer or Dooner the other day, who put something out. These guys got check marks, and they know, and they know how to get people to retweet and like shit. Okay, they know.
Tom goes, uh-oh.
What? You get fired
No,
up?
No, you just went, uh-oh. Just your reaction got me.
The Street Shark. Another HUD member. Let's go, people. Let's go. Links right at the top. Keep them coming, family. Keep them coming.
Hell, we're making more signings than the Sixers. Who knew?
Yeah, seriously. Come on.
Thank you, Street Shark. Appreciate you, brother. Uh-oh, Ralphie.
Obviously, this is going to be a known one. Hawks and Trae Young agreed to a 5-year, $170 million contract extension, but which could be pushed to $201 million with a supermax trigger.
I really hope the new rules about the
Ralphie,
the
can
fouls.
you stay here for 1 second? Because I just got to go.
Ralphie,
I just got to go piss. So just stay and
Yeah, go right ahead.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate your time.
Ralphie, why are you not on camera?
I'm right here.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
get on camera. Come on. What are you doing with the
Tent City. Guys in Tent City,
I
Camden.
love it.
Yeah, come on, Ralph.
I do love that backdrop for some reason. I might go get myself.
Yeah, so Trae Young just got that. Rockets are working on a multi-year deal right now for center Daniel Tice. So it looks like they're out of the running for Tobias.
Ralphie, can I ask you, okay, as a true outsider of the city of Philadelphia, especially with the Sixers, we hear the report, it came out, right, that Tobias was offered to the Rockets or vice versa. And then the Rockets turned down the offer. What the hell do the Rockets have that we would want, realistically? Like, what does that trade look like?
I mean, the only thing I could think of is they try to get that John Wall contract off their books because I think it's like $42 million. He's at 41, something like that.
They can go to hell if they. I'm not taking that.
Yeah,
I don't give a
it's
damn
it's a very bad contract. Very bad contract.
Friggin' way.
Yeah, so it's a 3-year deal for Kyle Lowry with Miami.
And how much is entailed?
It does not say yet. But I also saw something that Jimmy Butler, like money-wise, is insane. Yeah, so with the new contract extension that Jimmy got, he's making $40 million at 33 years old, 43 at 34 years old, 47 at 35, and 50 million at 36.
Whoa.
Yeah, and Duncan Robinson just got it. Yep.
What?
Yep.
How do they have this money? What?
Yep, 5 years, 90 million for Duncan Robinson, which is the largest deal ever for an undrafted player, according to Woj.
I thought he wasn't coming back. What the hell was going on down there?
Everybody's getting money.
Jesus God, Ralphie, what's going on?
Well, I know the cap goes up too next year.
Well, what about our cap, Ralphie? I think ours is going down.
That's crazy. 5 years, 90 million for Duncan Robinson. Christ.
Am I missing something? I mean, Duncan Robinson's a really good player. He's a good player.
Yeah, he is a good player, but 5 for 90 though?
What's next? They're going to give Tyler Hero $100 million? Jesus.
Yeah, right? Christ.
I feel like I'm missing something, Ralphie. I feel like somebody's not telling me something. And we're not in on anybody. I mean, is there anything like Sixers in negotiations with?
Not that I know of.
Oh.
Torrey Craig, 2-year, $10 million deal, $10 million, with the Indiana Pacers.
Torrey Craig from the Suns, Torrey Craig?
Yeah, yep. 2 years, $10 million with Indiana.
And you said they're trying to get rid of Jeremy Lamb now?
Yeah. Yep.
See, this is what they've got me doing.
This is nuts, dude.
Let me see here.
That's wild.
Jeremy.
5 years, $90 million for Duncan Robinson.
Yeah, Robert, when you typed that in, I thought that was fake, Robert, but it's true. Jeremy Lamb, let's see. Only averaging 10 points last year, only played 36 games. This guy's never healthy. He's never healthy.
Torrey Craig.
Right?
Yeah, he played.
Jeremy Lamb.
Jeremy Lamb. Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to see, like, are we going to get on this? Nope. No, I'm not touching this. Doug McDermott, but Troy, I mean, I hear the Doug McDermott thing, but I feel like the Pacers are trying to get him back too.
Yeah, I don't know. Lakers ain't doing anything. Everybody said, they got all these veterans lined up, ready to come here. Haven't seen shit, and they haven't seen anything for the Sixers either.
First off, Ralphie, you've done enough over there. Second of all, you got Russell Westbrook. You got Russell Westbrook. Don't be like, they're not doing anything. They promised me more. Yeah. No, you got Russell Westbrook. You got rid of Kuzma. Anything on DeRozan, by the way?
Not yet. Nothing.
So the 3 names we still have floating out there, you got DeRozan, you got Kawhi's whole thing.
Yeah, Kawhi, yep. He might take freaking 2 months like he did last time.
He has
Hey,
no right
Don. Kelly Olynyk, baby. How you feeling?
At least I got Cade Cunningham, all right?
Yeah.
I'll take some Cade Cunningham right now.
Yeah, so Trae Young just got 5-year extension, $170 million. But that can't be signed until midnight tonight.
DB says a lot of guys are staying put. Seems like Woj was right. He said teams will be taking to the trade market instead. Well, DB, I would love to hear some trades right now involving, the Sixers, please.
Another thing too, it is very, very quiet for
we just talked about him. McDermott, 3 years, 42 to the Spurs.
Yep, 3 years, $42 million. With San Antonio. So that means I guess they're out on
who were they just looking at?
Marketing.
Oubre. They were just looking at Oubre, weren't they?
Yeah, yep.
So he's out now. Oh, apparently Woj is really late. Apparently Shams is dominating.
Yeah. Yep. Tommy, real quick, since you missed it. Duncan Robinson got 5 years, $90 million, and then Doug McDermott just got 3 years, $42 million.
Jeez.
I don't know. This is freaking crazy, Tom.
I don't know how we can't even do anything.
We're not even rumored to do anything.
And we don't have the money to. We don't have the cap. We don't have the cap space to. We got 3 guys max money. 3 guys essentially max money. Nothing, Young Das. Nothing.
Chris Paul disagreed. 4 years, 120 for Phoenix.
So he got an additional he got an additional year and he got an additional $20 million.
Yep. 4 years.
I was thinking he was going to be 3 years,
$120 million. The contract will expire when he's 40 years old. Man.
I mean, he'll be a bench player. He'll be coming off the bench with that salary.
Young Das, you ain't lying. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's starting to look better. What everything everybody else is getting.
Yeah, but who else do we have though? Red Sand.
Oh, it's the 3 guys, dude. I mean, this is the position they put themselves in. When you max these 3 guys, you got to win with these 3 guys, or you got to move them. And moving obviously doesn't look like it's an option right this second.
Like when did we turn into the Eagles, Tom? Where we have no money?
Well, because you max 3 guys.
I hear you. I hear you.
3 guys maxed out. There's no room. There's no room. Without moving these guys, you create no cap space. So yes, you have an exception, and that's great. It can maybe land you a veteran, but like to me, I'm going to continue to say it looks like it's a run it back.
Joey Trent says, I just need Ben for Kawhi sign and trade. I don't want any part of Kawhi, guys. Really good player.
I'll take Kawhi. If it's equaling me moving this guy. So I mean, I don't know. At this point,
might not play all year though, Tom.
Does this guy play?
Who, Ben?
Yeah. Does he play?
I mean, he's logging minutes, but I mean, most of it's just running around.
Yeah, Cole's right. 2 guys who's trying to be maxed. I mean, Joel Embiid's making the least amount of money out of all 3 of them this year.
I feel like, isn't he due for like a lucrative contract extension? I feel like I read that a couple days ago.
Joe, yes.
No, he's going to be wanting more money.
As he should. When you see what everybody else is getting. Whew.
Maxey might have to be the answer, though, Rome. Says Maxey's not the answer in replace of Ben. Well, he might need to be. We're not bringing anybody back. We're not bringing anybody in. We're bringing these guys back. We need him to step up. John says D-Rose is going to get $100 million if these other guys are getting paid. He better not get $100 million.
Yeah, and Jesse, yeah. I mean, he's going to get the Supermax. I mean, it's just what happens. Mike's got 4 for 35. To who?
No, that's got to be fake.
Okay, man.
If that's not fake, I'm leaving. I'm done. I've had enough.
I mean, I guess it's like it's like it's the same money as TJ McConnell, so it's not like it's crazy. Same money McConnell get.
I don't know if this is true. Okay, this just came up on my feed. It says report, and it's from a page that has 30,000 followers. The Miami Heat offered Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn, and 4 unprotected first-round picks for Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. The Sixers declined. I don't know if that's real. I'm just reading what's on my timeline.
Wait, what was that again?
Per NBA All Day, that has 30,000 followers, report, Miami Heat offered Jimmy Butler, Bam, Hero, Kendrick Nunn, and 4 firsts unprotected for Embiid and Maxey. The Sixers declined.
Yeah, I mean, as they should. I mean, Jimmy don't want to play with Ben, so he cancel that out. I mean, it is a haul for those two guys. I agree. It is their whole roster, but that can't be real.
No, it can't be. It can't be.
Because Jimmy's not playing with Ben. I mean, it's just not going to happen.
No. I don't even think, if Ben was out of the building, I don't think that's real.
No, it just doesn't make sense.
No. Roughly $30 million for Chris Paul when he is 40 years old.
Yeah, Mason, we're wasting them until a point. I mean, it's not supposed to be wasted. They were the number 1 seed. You know, they didn't get better.
JaMychal Green, 2 years, $17 million to the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
I feel like that guy shouldn't be getting paid $17 million. Doug McDermott, 3 years, $42 to the Spurs. And like I was telling Ralphie, Tom, they were in on Oubre.
Yeah, man, I don't know with these deals.
Cowherd just tweeted some of the NBA contracts being handed out today. ... I think the league is doing just fine economically. Damn.
He's not wrong.
Nope. Joey Trent, I did see that name. Would you guys be interested in Devontae Graham?
I don't know, man. I'm interested in a lot of things right now. But we're not going to – I don't know what we're getting.
Ryan Swope says, Sixers mismanaged the process rebuilding around Embiid. They wanted to load up on too many big men, Okafor, Noel, Harris, and others. They tried one time to focus on guards, and that was false.
I don't know. I mean, to say they mismanaged a process rebuilding around Embiid, I think is false. I mean, you're talking about 3 different general managers that were a part of this. So to say they did it, if like one guy was a part of all of it, then I hear you, Ryan. But there was different guys that have had their eyes and hands on this from the beginning until now. So really 4. Really, you can make the case there's 4 guys. So, I don't know. I don't think that's fully true. I mean, again, we're acting like they're a bad basketball team. Like that's what we're acting like.
Yeah.
Which I'm not there. I mean, they were the 1 seed for a reason. They're good. They can't get over their hump. I get all that. But they act like it's all doom and gloom. I'm not there.
Miguel says, at this point, I would take Colin Sexton and Kevin Love for Ben. I'm not there yet.
No.
Uh-oh.
So it looks like Dragic isn't going to stay in Toronto. He would like to be rerouted to the Mavs, if possible.
Oh, okay.
He would like to be.
Yeah. According to Michael Grange.
So he's going to force his way out. So Dragic, Hardaway, and Doncic.
I don't like this, Jesse. I don't like when people are like, well, they only got Embiid. I mean, they got a fucking superstar. I mean, people tanked forever to try to get a superstar. You know, they were supposed to get 2, maybe 3. They traded the one guy away in Fultz for nobody. Okay, and here we are with just Ben. So I mean, I don't, you know, come on, I don't know. I mean, they tanked for a great player. Think about all the other players they could have ended up with, and did they make us better? Think about them all. Like instead of Embiid, like no, I don't think anybody in them like 5 years is better than Joel that you could have had. Listen, I get Howie. I'm not telling you the difference on what happened in the postseason again. I'm just telling you they got better this year in terms of what they were as a team. But when one of your key guys gets hurt and you're not deep enough, right, your flaws show. So come on. I mean, that's what happened. Losing Danny Green, anybody thought this team was going to be good enough. I mean, they still should beat the Hawks, but that's what happens. And John, yeah, Embiid's the most dominant player in the league, and we're fucking talking about we tanked for nothing. Just Joe. Just Joe. If it wasn't for Joe, we're not even having this show right now. We don't care who's coming or going. Come on, guys. We're fucking relevant because of Joel Embiid. And last thing I'll say about Joel is time to start recruiting, baby. I need you.
Yeah. Poor Darius Slay and start making some phone calls, please. Start tampering a little bit. Everybody does it.
Start tweeting.
Yeah, and they said that Dragic is playing with Luka right now in the Olympics, so it makes sense, I guess. Here's a little detail with the Suns and Chris Paul. So with them paying Chris Paul 4 years, $120 million, it could restrict them in the next couple of years because they have to max out Booker and DeAndre Ayton. So I could restrict them right there. You know what I'm saying? You could be looking at a top-heavy roster.
Yep. And then you assume same thing happens. The Lakers guys end up going there for pennies. And you get your buyouts. Yeah, bring Mikal home.
Mark says, what do you guys think of the Stephen A report that Dame will go to New York if he leaves? I will never understand it or buy into it until I see it actually happening. They're not the most ready team to win. They don't have the best package. And listen, I get it. It's New York, but come on. Philly is not Charlotte.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't put anything past. I don't expect to get anybody anymore, ever. I mean, I just don't expect to get anybody. So this is where we're at. And yeah, Stephen A is a Knicks fan too. So
yeah, I think you said the same thing about Kevin Durant and Kyrie, and you see where that went.
Yes, Jim, that would be the deal. I mean, sounds too easy. Sounds too easy. Yeah, Don, he'll complain about the Sixers not making a move. Does Embiid sign Supermax if Simmons is not traded? Yes, he does.
Yeah.
You're not gonna fuck with that, dude. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. He's not gonna turn that down.
No, I think Embiid. I mean, it's easy for me to say right now, but I think Embiid is a Philly lifer.
How far are we away from a rebuild? Young Das asks. I think we're 5 years away from that, man. I mean, Joel's still 26 years old, 27 years old, whatever he is, 27. I mean, I still think he got a good Joel Embiid till he's 32.
Yeah, I don't think we start talking rebuild until Joel shows us and the organization that he just can't stay healthy enough for us to depend on him. His health and career will control that.
This is what I want to say to Don. The Bucks were 1 seed the last 3 fucking years, okay, and it got bounced. Okay, and then they finally got over the hump. So I'm not making an excuse with it. I'm telling you, you ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw, okay, and you didn't live up to expectations, but they still played better basketball in the regular season than they did in years past. Come on, we were all praising it. I'm not telling you it's fucking acceptable. I'm just telling you we were all praising what happened in the regular season. So to act like they stink, I think is just unfair. John, you don't know that those knees don't make it to 32. You don't know that. I hear you. I mean, I still think he isn't playing 82 games a year, but come on. To say he can't play till he's 32, I think is crazy. You can say the Jazz were frauds as well, but they also were a 1 seed. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying they got better, but we got better. I don't care about the regular season, but we cared about fucking a 1 seed all year, did we not? Because that's all we talked about. So yes, you have to care a little bit about it. You have to care about being a 1, 2, or 3 seed because guess who cut the Nets down? A fucking 2 seed. So it obviously matters a little bit. It obviously matters a little bit. Being a 1, 2, or 3 seed matters come postseason time. And I don't want to hear it doesn't. All right, Atlanta caught lightning in a fucking bottle. That's it. That's it. It's an unacceptable loss. But it's not like this team wasn't better this year. One guy got worse. One guy.
At the worst possible time. Mr. Wing says, Philly, players don't come to Philly because we have a bad reputation. What else could be the reason? Only player that wants to be here is hurt, and we want him gone. Oh, is Hurts. He wants to be here. Is he talking about Jalen Hurts or is he talking about Embiid that he's hurt? Either way, I understand what you're saying. And why do people not want to come here? I don't know. You would think people would want to come here to play with Embiid. You would think.
3-year, $90 million.
For who?
For Kyle Lowry, just to confirm that. It is done.
So we got $30 million a year. There's no way. I guarantee. I saw it already. Sixers fans are mad that we didn't get him. If we, were even able to pay that, it would have been done. Let them go there. If they win, they win. Let them deal with that. That's $15 million too much a year. I'm sorry. He's a very good player. It's not exactly, Joey. It's not worth it. If they run into a championship, God bless. Awesome. Hopefully somebody's paying the mortgages. But no, I'm not doing that.
No. Yeah, Jim. I hear you. I hear you. I don't know what you do. How do you move them? We've been talking about. What do you take back? I don't know. We got a long off season here.
So if I could have some assurance, right? Some confidence that Ben would come back and do his job, I would feel so much better right now. Because it's okay, let's run it back. Let's figure out a way to replace Danny, improve the bench, get another big, and let's go to work, right? Maxi another year better. Hopefully Joe stays a little bit healthier, whole thing, right? If I could sign that on the dotted line, I'm doing that, and I'm not making a single move. I'm not touching anything.
Yeah.
But now it's the thing I read to Ralphie earlier before we came on. You know, the talk is that both Ben Simmons camp and the Sixers are trying to get a deal done by training camp. So they both want it done.
Might both want it done. Doesn't mean it gets done.
Nope. So then we have a friggin' Western standoff right now. You know what I'm saying? What do we get?
Yeah, I don't know if we're getting Dame now either, Miguel, but I don't know if Colin Sexton's a good enough return. I just don't know.
No, I don't think that. I think that makes us better scoring-wise, but I don't think that screams championship contender immediately.
I'll let everybody know when there's a deal done if it makes us better. You know?
Here's something. So Dinwiddie and the Washington Wizards are still meeting. Dinwiddie is looking for a Jarrett Allen-like contract.
Okay.
And Jarrett Allen his contract was 5 years, $100 million. So Dinwiddie wants that.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. They'll be all right. I don't know. I'm not a huge Dinwiddie guy. I know people are. Yeah, we got to pray for a miracle, of course. Simmons probably stays and we get the same result, Jesse says. Yeah,
probably.
That. And Joey, Dinwiddie off a torn ACL. Not ideal.
Nope.
Ethan, they should trade both or at least one, but I just don't. Again, I'll say this before I go fucking eat dinner because obviously nothing's going to happen to Sixers, and you got the Sports Hounds coming up here in about 10 minutes anyway. They'll be talking some baseball and obviously going over the NBA trade deadline as well, and then you'll have Flight Zone coming up after them, and they'll be locked into everything that's happening in Sixers too, family. So make sure you and the NBA. So make sure you're hitting that like, subscribe, turn your damn alerts on so you know when everything's going live here. No, I don't know if we get a big. We're obviously, Matt. We're obviously not going to get the return we want. I think that's pretty obvious right now. I blame Ben for not wanting to come back. I mean, I didn't disappear. So I didn't fucking disappear. That pussy did. So, he can do whatever he wants, but he's a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, I just honestly, Jintus, I do blame him for not wanting to come back, if that's true, because it's all under his control.
He's a pussy.
It's all under his control.
He's a pussy. That's what it comes down to. We'd like to thank all our A2D members, our 2 new ones today. Can't thank you enough for jumping in. And we're going to get nothing. We're going to have the same team. Here we come. Here we come. Run it back. This is really what's happening. The guy lost all his value as a player. And you're in a position of no choice. No choice. Praying that he gets better. No, I'm not, Jesse. I'm not concerned about Devontae Smith right now. Not with a sprain. He'll be fine. I'd rather him be ready to go for the 17-game season than I am in training camp. So
yeah, I'm more disappointed than concerned. I would have liked to have seen him in sooner, but am I overly concerned? No. Nope.
Thanks, Jesse. Ryan, anything before we get out of here?
Pray and Daryl, get off the friggin'. Well, I would say get off the phones, but pick up another phone, please.
I think he's trying, Ryan. I just don't think there's anything he can do.
He's got to calm down. He's got to calm down, though. He's got to calm down. These freaking five first-round picks and 3 players and the hockey team and the baseball team.
Thanks, Young Doss. We'll be back on Wednesday night. Yes, I blame Ben for not wanting to come back here. He should get ripped.
Here's my final thought. Okay. Daryl, call Indiana. That's it. Call Indiana.
Thanks, Jim. Best in the business, baby. We'd like to thank the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox for sponsoring Monday Morning Quarterback here on ATD Radio. And we know many of us and our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. We are happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need help, please call our guy, Rob Lutman, 856-651-8117. We're also brought to you by our good friends over at Manscaped. Proud partners with the ATD family. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Body Check Wellness as well. Go check them out. You get 25% off there with the promo code A2D. We never stop giving. This is what we do here. So hit the like, hit the subscribe. Make sure you're following us. We love y'all. For Ryan Brodo, Ralphie Woj down at the bottom, or what Ralphie Shams, right? We'll call him. We appreciate you, brother, for helping us out. Red, I don't think them deals are even possible either. So I don't think there's any good deals out there for Ben Simmons. And if there was, I don't think he would be here right now. So looks like we're just going to have the same thing next year. So stay tuned for the Sports Hounds coming up at 7:15, followed by the boys on Flight Zone at 10, right? 10?
9:30?
9:30?
After the Sports Sounds.
After the Sports Sound. So turn your alerts on. Make sure you're tuned in. We love you all. Stay safe. Don't break